Yes, people, welcome to another episode of the Asymmetric channel. Today I'll be doing a piece of Nicki Minaj herself, Queen of Rap, and I'll be going through this step by step. Today I'll start by doing the nostrils, the nose itself. So I'll take my time and line out the nose. As you can see, this is a very tedious thing to do. Then I'll jump into the eyes. You know what I mean? I have to get those lines perfectly because I don't want it to look away when it's finished. You know what I mean? So I start by trying to draw the lines perfectly. Starting with the other eye now. Alright, after I've finished drawing eyes, the mouth, nose and everything, eyelash and everything, then I start to draw the curvature of the face. I have to get this one perfect, you know, 'cause I don't want it to look not like her. Yeah, I believe that this part of the artwork was the most tedious of them all. Drawing the line, the structure of our face was one of the hardest parts to me because you have to get it right. Because if you if the lines are too far off, it it will not look like her. And if it's just one of the most tedious parts of the artwork to me. But eventually, I got it, and then I'll just move on to the next part of the artwork. I started to put in some shades between the teeth and everything. I started that to get those teeth perfect. So when I start to put in the color, you will actually get to see them. Um, I use a pencil tool and I started to do the eyelashes, make it look a little more realistic. I mean, see, as you can see, I have to tighten up the line spacing because if the line spacing isn't aligned properly, that will cause me to have problems when it's time to color. Continue with the pencil tool as well to finish the eyelash. As you can see, I already have placed her here and I already done the coloring for the hair and stuff like that, and I've finished the lining out of this image. So now, after saving and everything, I'll move on to see if I can get the color. So first, I will join all the lines together. So I expanded and then merge all lines, and I also had to draw the gems on her on her dress, and I did that also, but I hidden that away in a separate layer. Now, after joining all the lines together, now I see the best color to fit her complexion, so I can get started with coloring and shading. This process can also take a time because of you have to get the correct skin tone to match the subject. Finally, I've come to a conclusion and I've reached the color that I wanted to use. So I send this color to the back, connect all of the lines and the colors together. I put it in an isolation layer. Then now I have to remove those colors between the hair. So I, I started to do the easier process, but I decided that that was taking some time as well. So the best thing to do for me was just go through it, select all the layers that are on the outside and delete them separately. But got into some type of situation and the layers that I've selected weren't the layers that I needed to delete. So I just went through and I just started to delete them manually. It took some time, but I had time because there was no rush doing this because if you rush, that will mean that the image won't come out as you want it to come out, won't look as good as you want it to. So I just go about this manually and I started to delete them. And before you know it, within minutes, finish doing all that cleanup work. As I said, there is an easier way, but I decided to do it this way and go through one one color at a time. Okay, as you can see, it takes some time. I have to save it as well because I don't want to be in the problem of the illustrator being. I don't want to. I don't want the illustrator to kick me out, meaning that I don't want an error message to come up and I did not save my last progress, even though the illustrator automatically saves the progress as long as it reaches a certain point. But I can't depend on that because sometimes it will carry back to a point that you have the finished a long time ago. So I don't want that. So I always save as I go, just to be on the safe side. So as you can see, it is taking some time to take out all of that color in the hair. But trust me, after taking out all that color, it will become so much easier and it looks a little bit better, and you can see that we're getting there little by little. Okay, so I finished with that. So now I'm going to add some colors with teeth, with the lips. I'm going to add, so I select the both lips, select the eyes, place the colors there. And now I've messed up. I made a mistake and selected those colors between her, right? The colors between her here, right here, and I deleted it, so I just place back there right now. So that's it for the colors. Now, as you can see, I fast forwarded to the fact that I've colored her dress and everything. You know, Nicki Minaj always wearing pink. Pink is her color, so she's all pinked out. So I started to draw some shadows already without off screen, so you guys won't see that. Now I'm trying to color match the shadows. I don't know if it's the perfect color match, but it looks okay to me, so I'll work with it for now. As you can see, this is a very tedious process because you have to try to get the shadows just right so that the image will look like the person. So some of the shadows you have to come up with in your own head. You have to come up with the shadows so that it fits how the person looks. I mean, as you can see, I'm doing a okay job thus far. I have to place some shadows around the eyes, even the dress. I have to place some shadows on the dress as well. So this part of the process also takes some time as well, because you have to get these shadows correct. Because without correct shadows you won't make it. I saw that some of these gems were overlaid over the hair, and that shouldn't be, so I place it under the hair, and that works. So next now, I'm starting to color the gem, and after coloring the gem, I'll also place some shadows on the dress so that it looks a little more sterile. As you can see, you have to play with this process. Put a little shadow there so it looks as if it's overlaid. To isolate that area a little while. Put in some of her dress because, as you can see, those colors were her skin and where there should be dress. So I have to go through manually and change those colors to dress the dress color. So that is that. Finish that where now I have to put in some shadows on her neck and her chest area. I have to fix that shadow so it looks just right. It doesn't look like it's overlaid. Yeah, and that's okay to me. Now for the gems, I'm going to put a shade on the gem so that it looks like it's glistening from an angle. This process also is a very tedious process because you have to shade in between the lines. Again, I use a pencil tool and I drew in the shadows. This might take some time, but it's worth it because after finishing all of this and looking at the image from a distance, it look as if there is actual shine on the image. As you can see, I already can see that it looks as if it's shining from an angle. It takes some time because there was a lot of gems. So now I've reached almost the end of that of gems. So let's continue do, do this ongoing process until I finish. non-stop process. I have to change the looks of how the gym is listening. See? Some in the middle, some on the side, some at the top, some in the corner. For it to look a little different, like it varies. So guys, for the gym, I don't know, I've used a gradient mapping tool to put on the brush so I can get these glistening on the hair. As you can see, it works. Sometimes you'd have to change the angle of the gradient, but I have already done that setting already. I'll do a next video with you guys showing you how to change the gradient so you can get these beautiful shadows in your hair. So as you can see, it looks very well. This also takes some time because basically you're putting in everything one at a time. So it takes some time and some position with the brush. But it pays off in the long run because it looks good. So let's continue doing this. And that's it, guys. Let's continue doing it until we reach a satisfied look. Now I tried to put in some more shadows on the face, but I saw that probably that won't be necessary. So I just started to put some shadows around the hairline to let it look as if the hair is hanging over the face a little bit, and that works. It looks okay to me. Put some shadows on the shoulders. Put some shadows around our bosom area to let it look a little more realistic. And now I jump into my Photoshop after I finish that image. Original of the name this image. I'll place the PNG file. I enlarged it. I think what next I'll do, I'll make a background for this. Solid background. I'll use a purple background because I think Nicki Minaj is a person that also likes the color purple as well. So she like pink and purple. I gave this image a balance between the white and the purple. I use the opacity and I carried down the white colors a little bit. And I wrote rap queen. Then I decided that probably Queen of Rap would be a better title. So I didn't like this font that much, so I decided to change the font. So that's the font that I worked with, but I decided that white was too flat. So I worked with a different, I placed some bevel emboss on it, and it gave it that pop that it needed. You guys will see it in a little bit. Place a bevel emboss. I was trying to work it up gold color, but I said that was too far off, so I just continue with the black. And that's it. Place it into filter, raw filter, and then played around with those sliders until I saw an image that I liked. And this is what I came up with, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember, to like, share, and subscribe if you want to see some more videos from Asymmetric. Until then, I'm out.